Hello, good morning, Andrew.
Morning, how are you, all right?
I'm okay, but I'm quite stressed at the moment because my son was approached with someone who intimated that he was carrying a knife last week.
Really? Can I ask how old your son is?
He's 14. He had got off the coach. I have 3 children, an older 17-year-old and a daughter of 11.
Uh-huh.
And I am now absolutely petrified, to be honest, because he got off his coach, as he normally does every single day, for a 5-minute walk home. He was approached by a youth. He says that he's approximately 15, 16, wearing a hood, although, that's just a stereotype, but he happened to be.
Right.
Convinced him to walk down a side street. Now, my middle one is extremely savvy and very, very
he switched on. You've raised him in Uxbridge.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely. Ruislip, okay? They were raised in Pinner, and we live in Ruislip now.
Okay,
and I moved to Ruislip.
Yeah, seen a bit.
Because yes, absolutely. And with an older brother, and my background is one of child psychology, so I'm always talking to the children. I work on a voluntary basis with a lot of kids who, as you say, come from dysfunctional families. They feel unloved, uncared for. There is nothing really fundamentally in place for them. Now, can I just get back to what happened? He approached him and offered him drugs. My son said, no, I don't do drugs. I don't want to know. He said, I'm putting something in your pocket. My son said, no, please don't. He started walking up, trying to get away from him. The child, it's like a starter pack, Andrew.
Right.
There's like this little thing called a grinder. There was a bag of marijuana in there, Rizzler papers, everything brand new, even roaches, like little filter things.
Yeah.
My son, because he got, honestly, he was so scared. Now, we have a very open kind of policy in our house.
You talked about
everything. Everything, all the time. But it still, Andrew, took him 3 days to tell me.
Well, he would be petrified. He's 14 years of age.
And he's very worried about his younger sister. He knows that this is a drug dealer, and he knows what they're capable of. Now, that boy happened to mention, when he was talking to my son, he said, you know what happened to the shopkeeper in Pinner? Now, we happen to know that shopkeeper.
Oh, really?
The one who was stabbed last Sunday morning, yes. And our heart, that it was a terrible time in our house last week, because it's come so close to home now. And as it does, it's really hit and rung true.
Of course, lady. So what can you actually do to protect your son now?
Okay, so this is it. We spoke to the police. The boy made him, or told him, to meet him on the Friday. My son did it. He actually met him, Andrew. We have had discussions from that point. He came home and he told me, Mum, I don't know what to do. This guy approached me. He told me everything. He was crying, Andrew. He said, I'm not even going to be able to walk to my bus stop in the morning. I don't know where he's going to be. Mum, next thing, he's going to stab me. He's going to ask me for money. I said, what did you say to him about the drug? Did you give it back to him? He said, no, I didn't. I told him that you had found it, that my mum had found it, and that she had thrown it away. Now, we went and found a community support officer. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to move to Ruislip. There are quite a lot of police on the ground here, on bikes, on foot. You see them around, parked in cars, and undercover police, because there was a very bad problem with drugs here, and stabbings, and muggings, and what have you. Yeah. And now they've seen... Anyway, the community support officer came. I found him in McDonald's, where they normally hang out, and in Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's all the classic places.
Yeah.
And he came and he spoke to my son, and he said, I'm sorry, but this is down to the fact that we have stopped stop and searches. My son said, I'm really worried about even getting a bus or going to the train station, which he used to do. He did it but now he's scared.
Yeah.
And he said, okay. And I am petrified.
Well, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Were you tempted? Were you tempted to go and meet this kid, this young man yourself? Now, and your son said no?
I said to him, Christian, let's go and see if he's still there. Because this boy, and this is the thing, because the children know that I work with children, he said to me, and my Christian feels for him. My son's worried about the boy, because obviously there's a hierarchy, and this boy is someone's son and in trouble. and has resorted to these measures.
Can you find out who is in authority in this young man's life? Is he in school still? Do you know? Have you found out about? Don't mention any names either, Lily, if you don't mind.
No, I won't. I'm going to try. A police car is actually passing me now. They are monitoring. The police have said this to me, so we've spoken to them on 3 occasions. They're coming to interview Christian on Friday. That's the soonest they could have an appointment to get a description and what have you. And they said it's really good because stop and search is coming back. Please reassure your son. However, in the meantime, we recommend, because this boy will be approaching him when he sees him for money.
Yeah. What did they recommend?
That I drive him. That I keep an eye on him or his older brother.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't put my older son...
So you feel unprotected at the moment, and you don't feel...
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, this is why people take the law into their own hands sometimes, isn't it?
And this is what I'm worried about. They said let your older son, maybe your older son
could
protect him. But then my older son runs the risk of getting stabbed. Both of them will get stabbed.
Lily, I bet you've thought about moving.
I have thought about moving, Andrew, for a very long time.
Yeah.
And moving further out. They do go to school in Hertfordshire, all of them. The older one is in college in London. And, do you know, but this is it. Why should we be run out of our community, out of our home, by these children who obviously need so much help?
I agree with you, Lily. I've got to leave you there. I can hear the desperation in your voice. Why should we be run out of our community by these young people, sometimes children, who obviously need help? 0345 6060 973.